Do you want to skyrocket your email campaign this year and increase your sales? In this video, I'm going to explain some really effective strategies to boost your sales for best results your email campaign this year. Konnichiwa, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. This is Yosuke. As Christmas days are coming up really soon, if you haven't set up the email campaign yet, this is the video you want to watch. In today's video, I'm going to explain some really good strategies to understand customers' preference, boost engagement, manage your email list, and set measurable goal for your successful email campaign. So by the end of this video, you'll be well equipped with all the tricks and the concept to build your own email campaign. Without further ado, let's get started. The first step is understand customers' preference. In the other word, what customers want. So it depends on what you're offering, selling the products or selling the service or something else, right? So it depends on what it is. But basically, what you're offering should be matching what customers are expecting. So for example, typically we offer a certain percentage off, right? Or maybe free shipping. You know, if your price is set and you never discount, then maybe free shipping is something you can offer for as a special occasion. Or maybe you can do a discount. Let's say if you throughout the year, sometimes you do 20%, but only this Christmas campaign does 25% off. That's some strategies too. So let me show you just examples. So this is Michael's, really simple Christmas themed email, right? And earn $15 and when you spend $40 plus. So that's kind of their goal, right? And a big holiday sale. It's not everything, but this particular rolls is 50% off. So it's very simple message. Another example is here. This offer is more you spend, more you save kind of deal. So if you spend 38 to 59, you save 10%. But if you spend more than 60 and below 79, you get 15. Then if you spend 80 plus, you get 20% more. So this is another type, right? So this campaign offers free shipping. So it doesn't provide any discount, but certainly offering free shipping. So again, it depends on what you're offering and what kind of customer is expecting too. So that's how you want to find and understand what customer's preference. So next is increase the engagement. So there's a couple ways to do this. And one of the most common way to do it is to use cart abandonment email logic. So this is kind of specialized program to do it. I'm gonna give you a software link to description below so you can check it out. But basically, this is not based on the email you're sending. It's more like if you have an e-commerce shop, right? Then if you have your customer comes to your site and shop something, but without checking out completely, they left. So it's called cart abandonment. So if that happens, the system automatically pick up, oh, this customer didn't complete the purchase. So send an email, hey, you didn't finish it. And do you want to finish up whatever you want to buy? So this is kind of friendly reminder. But at the same time, you can use this opportunity to push the customer to complete the sales. So sometimes you can do it right away, but you can do next day as well. Then if the customer still doesn't take action, you can give a little bit, like a discount, to basically encourage the customer to finish up the checkout process. So this is one of the examples that I've seen so many companies haven't done that yet. So especially if you have. So next tip will be using visuals or personalized message to email. So the personalized message is one of the maybe easiest way to achieve, and maybe you've seen before. So something like this, right? So this is Walgreens email. As you can see on the left top, there's my name on here. And surprisingly, not many companies do that, especially the major companies. So it's personalized, right? I know it's it's generated by a computer, but still it's better than just say hi, right? It's just still my name on it. So this little personalization counts to open the email or click email. I highly recommend to do that. And if you don't have the customer's name attached to your list, I suggest start collecting the information. And one more tip is when you do that, the name, try to do it as beginning as the email. So in this email, it start literally it's a second word, right? So why it's important? Because before you open this email, right? Usually there's an email comes a list, right? Then who is coming from, and you will see a little bit of summary or preview of the email. Then if your email, the body start with your name, sometimes your email application shows that name part as a preview. That's why without the customers clicking the email yet, they can still see the preview and it says hello, Yosuke, right? Oh, then you can tell. Oh, it's for me. It's not random email. So it increased the chance of the opening up email. So that's a little tip. And that's only the name. But if you can personalize as much as you can, the email is better. So simply put, make your email as Christmas or holiday themed possible. So maybe you use like red and green, or maybe some holiday pictures on the background. So the Walgreen pictures, email is a good example, right? This is clearly holiday email. So this is just example, right? But for example, like a Michael's, they use green and red, so it's Christmas color, right? And this one has this not Christmas per se, but it's still use red ribbons and kind of winter themed color combination. So that's the tips, right? I also want to give you some tips for strategies, how you're going to package your email to your customer. So let's say you can build some kind of gift guide, right? So if your product or service can be giftable, right? And in that case, you can present the idea of hey, you can use our product as a part of the gift. Then you can add this and that to create a gift package. So for example, like if you're offering chocolate, right? You're selling chocolate, maybe you should put together with the hot chocolate as well, or some kind of fancy bag or something. So you can just give customers example, hey, this is fancy bag and this is a hot chocolate, and you can combine together and you can make Christmas candy ultimate package or something like that. So that's one of the strategies. I'm just giving an example. Another way to create the package is, let's say if you sell multiple items and they can be related together as a package, right? You can create it and you can offer to your customer. For example, if you're selling maybe clothes, right? Then you can maybe sell socks and a beanie hat together as a Christmas coordination package or something like that. So it depends on, again, it depends on your industries and what you're selling. But this is the idea as well. And another example is giving a choice by the price. So offering the gift under $50 items or something like that, or even gift under $25 or something. So by categorizing by price, that your customers can easily see, on $25 I can buy this for this person. Oh, I'll buy it. I'll take it. It's clear and it's easy. So maybe it's been already sold on your site, but customers don't always see it, right? So if you package it and present it to the customer via email, maybe they can see it and boost your sales. And another strategy is targeting specifically for last minute shopper. So let's say if you have multiple products and you offer some maybe e-delivered items like a gift card, e-gift or something. So let's say if you have a customers, right? And the customer needed the last minute gift, like he or she didn't buy anything until the last moment, and we know, right? Some people do that too. So maybe the right before the Christmas day, you can still send it, right? So you can send email saying, hey, you still need a last minute gift? Here's the list. We can deliver email like in 5 minutes or something like that, right? So they can still grab it and buy it and then give it to somebody, and Christmas gift is done, right? They can do that. So you can specifically aim that target as well. So that could be your majority of customer or some specific group of customers too, but you can still do that too. And when to schedule your campaign. And this is the best way is if you constantly send email campaign. This is the easiest part, because when you send email campaign, and you can see when is it most people open email, right? You can see if you sending email by the method, it doesn't show any kind of statistics. You should switch your email program. So you might want to check out the email program I recommend. I'll be putting in the description below, so you might want to check it out. But those analytics is really important. So maybe your particular audience will respond better on sending email on the weekend, or maybe weekdays night, or maybe some people open the during the day, at the office too, right? It depends on what kind of business you are too. So if you don't have any data, you can kind of have to take a guess, right? Maybe depends on how you open the mail, because somehow unless you are doing the business completely different from you. So what I mean by that is because you're kind of reflecting yourself to your business, right? So then maybe the customers of your business is some part of the reflection of you. So sometimes they have same tendency, not the same but similar. So maybe it's just that because you don't have any data, so it's just have to take a while to guess. So hey, typically I open email better on Saturday morning, because I wake up like, I don't know, 8 or 9, and just the first thing I do is just check email like after coffee, 10 o'clock or something like that, right? So then if you think that way, then send email like 8:45 in Saturday AM or something, right? So if you don't have the data, you have to take a guess. this email campaign, right? You don't have to do only once. You can do 2 or 3 times too, because sometimes the first email you will miss because some people don't open it. It just some people get lots of email and they don't just see it, and so your email is gonna be pushed out from the past to the past, right? So you can send the exact same email again in different schedule too, then see if which one performs better in terms of opening the email. So that's how you can test it. So that's a schedule campaign. Again, you can do the time and day. You can try multiple times, and you can send the same campaign maybe 2 or 3 times as well. Ideally, if you want to change the contents a little bit, that's better, but you can still do it. So the next part is manage your email list. In other words, it's called email maintenance, email address maintenance. So what I mean by that is if you have a list of email address of your customer, maybe let's say you have 1,000 email list, right? But it's not always like 100% good. What I mean by that is it depends on how you collected those email address. Maybe you had a physical business and you have a piece of paper on the list, and people sign up email address by writing down. Then somebody had to make it in an Excel sheet and upload to your system, and you send from that list, right? But maybe there's the spell mess, or somebody kind of wrote it down, the fake email address. That happens. So those email doesn't get delivered. Then if you keep sending your emails to those bad email address, eventually your email server, it's kind of red flagged. So it's not a big deal if it's small, but if you accumulate a bigger number, it's going to be a big problem. So eventually you cannot, in the worst case scenario, you cannot send email at all. Rarely that happens, but it happens. So in order to prevent that situation, make your email list healthy is really important. In order to do that, you have to kind of clear bad email address out. So I recommend the service like a Clear Out or other email verification services. And I'll put the link in the description below, so you can visit my site, and it shows the list of the services does that. So, and what you can do is basically prepare Excel sheet. It doesn't have to be Excel, but there's a spreadsheet of email address, and you upload it and click verify, right? Then this kind of system sends ping to these email address. Then make sure it's gonna be deliverable, right? Every single one of them. So if you have 1,000, they tested everything, right? Then if it's existed and it can be delivered, it comes back as a good, right? So maybe out of 1,000, maybe like a 20 or 30 emails can be bad, right? So whatever 980 or 970, the leftover will be good email. So you can keep those 970, then you can just send an email. Then you're good for, I don't know, a couple months, right? But so especially if you're collecting email from different ways, that bad apples happens too. So periodically you have to do this filter management system too. So that's kind of makes your email marketing healthy and manageable. So that's a tip for managing your email list. Oh, by the way, this is a bonus, but when you create the email campaign, make sure it's easier to unsubscribe. Yeah, I know it's not happy news, right? If somebody unsubscribe your email, but worst news is if somebody categorized your email as a spam, right? That's not good because that sends whole different signals. So I'm not gonna talk about in details today, but make sure you're in your email, every email, it should have like unsubscription link so people can easily push it and unsubscribe subscribe if they want to. So that's the tip, the bonus tip. So the last part is measuring your email campaign success. In other words, set the goal. You want to measure how your campaign went, right? So one of the easiest way is, first of all, how many people opened the email. So when you send email at let's say 1,000 people, maybe 50% opened. That's really high, by the way. So in industry standard, right? All across the industry, the email campaign average is like a 35%. So if something close to 35%, it's really good. So, but anyhow, so for the sake of the conversation, I'll just set a 50, right? So if 50% opened, that's really good, right? So then you can say, so the next part is people did it, what people did after that, right? So it arrived in the inbox and 50% people opened, then what, right? So there's a couple ways to measure and the goal. I measure the success, and it depends on how you set it, right? So if you're in running e-commerce store and you have a link directly to the store, maybe you can measure based on how many people actually purchased, right? That's one form of measurement. But the other form of measurement will be how many people actually called, or how many people actually click to contact form and they ask questions, or maybe if they have like a chat on the website and start contacting chat, or so forth. So there's multiple ways to measure it, right? So it's not one thing. And especially if you don't have e-commerce feature, it's difficult to measure actual email to dollar figure directly, unless it's a figure, the time, right? Let's say if you're sending today, then Christmas Day is 2 weeks. So anywhere from today to 2 weeks, whatever happens in the sales, divided by maybe how many emails have you sent, or something like that. You can roughly measure, but it's not accurate, right? Because it's not all the traffic comes from your email campaign only. So just the rough data, but the best way is actually do a tracking code on the site and on the button. So on the software, you can see, this customer bought and converted as a customer or sales. So that's one thing. The important part of this measuring this campaign is from this campaign, like how many what is generated and what happened. Right? That's kind of important part, and make it in number. So out of 1,000, 50 opened, and out of 50, maybe 10% click the shop now, and out of 10%, maybe 5% purchased. Something like that, right? Then, so that ratio was then 50% opened, but only 10% people clicked. So that means email, the subject line was okay. But when they opened, email wasn't that attractive, or at least some distraction on the email, so they didn't click, or not many people click to shop or click to buy, right? That lowered the conversion rate. Maybe if they clicked it, it goes to the page, it's not relevant. Maybe it's different part of the website. There's nothing to do with the product or what they wanted. So it dropped or something like that, right? It decreased the conversion rate. So you can kind of compare with the KPI. Then you can determine that campaign's performance. So you can use it for next time in different campaign or the same campaign for next year or so forth. So that's how you measure your email campaign. So this is it. So today we discussed how to understand the customer's preference and how to schedule your campaign and how to manage your list and how to measure your campaign's success, right? So I know it's kind of rough overview of the whole email campaign, but if you have this idea, you can create your own campaign. Only you can improve though, yet. So you don't have to do everything at once. Of course, if you're already doing it, some part of the points I discussed today, that'd be great. But if this is the first time you're going to do it, don't stress out too much. The important part is make a campaign and send it out and get response from the customer. Good and bad, it doesn't matter. Well, it matters, but it's better than zero, right? So just do it. That's the key. So if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you love this content, please consider subscribing. And don't forget to sign up my email updates so I can give you whenever I publish new updates on the video and updates and the special deals as well. So thank you for watching and I'll see you next time.